Halle Belly.
Hello, Mummy.
How are you?
Good.
But you weren't good at the weekend, were you?
No.
What happened at the weekend, sweetheart?
I was at the hospital.
The Grimwade Family actually showing real life despite social media feeding us all that real hype. We just some real guys trying to give some high definition to reality. Family acrobatically juggling life, smothered in crash to avoid eternal casualty trust. It ain't easy, but teamwork make the dream work. It's me, Ella, Hesse, Hosanna, Harper and Halle. And I ain't forget that has a rage and the family.
You was at the hospital. Was you at the hospital for fun? No, it wasn't a fun time, was it? What happened? Why did you have to go to the hospital?
When I was breathing, I was going, so I had to go to the hospital.
Okay, but why were you breathing like that? Because did you just start deciding, or was you a bit ill beforehand?
I was a bit ill beforehand.
Okay, so did you have a tummy ache, or what did you have?
Like, sometimes I had a tummy ache, sometimes I didn't. And, like, it keeps on coming, keeps on stopping.
So it kept coming and going. And you had a bit of a cold as well, didn't you? And then also, I think, were you a bit hot?
Yeah.
Were you hot all the time, Halle?
Not all the time, but not that much.
It was kind of coming, you were getting a bit hot and then you were getting a bit cold, weren't you? So we probably thought you had a bit of a flu. But then,
what's a flu?
Flu's like when you've got a high temperature and you feel hot and then you feel cold and you've got a bit of a tummy ache and you feel all achy. So you're generally not feeling well, which is kind of how you were feeling. But you were breathing funny. Show us how you were breathing again. Just like that, yeah. And Mummy and Daddy thought, okay, is Halle being a bit...
Dramatic.
What was that?
Dramatic.
Are you sometimes dramatic, Halle?
No.
No, really?
But they thought I was.
Okay, this time, who was right? Mummy or Daddy? Or Halle?
Mummy. No, me.
It was Halle that was right. Because what was happening when you were sleeping?
I was still doing that.
You were still doing what?
Good.
Yeah, just like that. So Mummy and Daddy had to call the doctors, didn't we?
Yeah.
And Mummy was on the phone, and what did the doctor say?
You need to come here.
Yeah, we need to take you to the
hospital.
To the hospital.
And they said, why did you get her here at the morning? And we was like, because we had stuff to do.
Well, when I got to the hospital, the lady said, why didn't you bring her here quicker? And then what did she do? Because we was in the room, weren't we? Where you get checked to start off with in the urgent care unit. And I took you in, and what did the lady do?
She put a needle in me, or?
Well, that was a bit later, wasn't it? She actually put something on your...
Oh yeah, she put a wrist thing, a finger.
It was like a little band on your finger, wasn't it? Yeah? And she said that all your vital stats, which was like your body temperature and your heart rate, was it all high or low?
High.
It was high. And then what did she do? Do you remember? The lady there. What did she do? She picked you up, didn't she?
Yeah.
And did she walk slowly to the children's department?
Quickly.
She got there very quickly. She was rushing. So.
And I was like, why are you doing this to me so quickly? And she was doing it because she was like, why this girl breathing so quickly? I just need to get her here now, there now.
Yeah, you had to take her to the doctors really quickly because I think she was only the nurse. So they took you to the children's accident and emergency department and they put you on a bed, didn't they?
Yeah. And
what is it that you asked Mummy on the way to the hospital?
Will they put a needle in me?
And what did Mummy say?
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Halle, because what did the doctor do once she had you on the bed?
She put a needle in me.
And where did she put the needle?
On my hand.
Yep, in the back of your hand, in your vein. And Mummy was trying to distract you whilst the lady was doing it, wasn't I?
Yeah.
But how did you react?
I cried once a little bit, and then Mummy put the Hashtag Sisters on for me, and then I did cry.
I distracted you with watching your favourite YouTubing family, the Hashtag Sisters, isn't it? Yes. So you were watching that while she put a needle in your hands. I think it's called a cannula, I think it's called. Can you say that?
A cannula?
I think so. I mean, the subscribers can correct us in the comment section below if we're wrong. And they needed to put a drip in you because you weren't feeling great. Yeah, so they then also gave you
asthma pump thing.
Well, it's actually called a nebulizer.
Oh.
What was it called?
A nebulizer.
A nebulizer. And they had to give you some special medicine for you to, what did you have to do? You had to...
breathe it. It had to like go over my face. Not all over my face, but just around my nose and my mouth.
Yeah, so that you
and
could,
my chin.
Yeah, so that you could breathe the special gases in and out. And then at that point, who turned up at the hospital?
Grandma
Brown came, didn't she? Because Daddy had sent her a message and she'd found out that you weren't feeling well. She was so concerned she wanted to come and help. And at that point, once Grandma was there, the doctor had told Mummy that you and I were going to have to...
Stay there.
Yeah, we had to stay overnight, didn't we? What did you think about that when the doctor said you was going to have to stay overnight?
I felt like, why do I have to stay here? I want to go back home to my family.
Yeah, you
stay
do.
with them.
Because you love your family, don't you? But you was concerned that you weren't going to be left by yourself, and I definitely assured you, don't worry, Mummy or Daddy will stay with you. But Hazariah had to go because he wasn't allowed to stay in the hospital, was he?
Yeah, no.
No. So then you were moved up to the children's ward, weren't you? And where were we put? Were we put in a big ward with lots of other children?
No.
What were we given?
A bed to ourselves.
A room to ourselves, weren't we? Yes. And there was a bed for Halle.
A bed for Mummy.
Yes. And you wanted, where did you want the bed?
You
wanted me to be right up next to you,
yeah.
didn't you? And what were we doing in the night time?
Holding hands.
We were holding hands because you wanted to make sure that Mummy was right there beside you, isn't it? But what did the nurses have to do throughout the night?
They had to put the something.
What's it called again? It begins with an N. Then
nebulizer.
Yes, they had to give you the nebulizer throughout the night, and I think it was every
2 minutes.
2 hours. Every 2 hours you had to have the nebulizer, isn't it? So what was it like in the night time when the nurses had to come in and you were sleeping, and then suddenly there was like a stranger putting something over your face? How did that feel?
I didn't feel anything.
Oh, was you so sleepy? Was you scared?
No.
How come you weren't scared?
Because it's not scary.
It's not scary? Is it because you're a big strong girl? Very, very good. I'm glad that you weren't scared, because some people, if they were in a strange place, still got a little bit of a cough, haven't you? If they was in a strange place and a stranger was coming to put a mask over their face to give them medicine in the night, they'd be a bit shocked in their sleep. But you were very calm, which was very good. Yes. So, how many nights did we have to stay in the hospital?
I don't know.
You don't know? Can we work it out? It wasn't 5 nights. It was just
2.
It was 2 nights.
I didn't feel like 2.
Okay, so it didn't feel too long then. So when we were in the hospital, did you get bored? Pardon?
Yeah, I did get bored.
You did get bored. Okay, because there wasn't much to do, was there?
No.
Just sitting in the room, waiting around for you to have your medicine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who else was in the hospital next to us?
I don't know.
Do you remember somebody that you heard a lot in the night?
Oh, a baby.
There was a poor little baby. And what did she have the same as you?
And the nebulizer.
I think she had the nebulizer because I think she had a chest infection as well, didn't she? So that kind of kept you awake a little bit because she was crying a lot. But at least I hope that she's okay now, because the doctors are quite clever, aren't they?
Hope she's back home.
Yes, I hope she's back home, definitely. And what have you got now at home to help you feel better?
I got, what is it called again? It's asthma pump. I do the asthma pump, but what is the other one?
Oh, you had antibiotics?
Yeah, antibiotics.
Yeah, and you also had to take some other medication that tasted, was it nice?
It was bitter.
It was very bitter, wasn't it? But you only had to take that
once,
which was good. You was happy about that. So now, when you take your asthma pump, how do you feel about taking it?
Don't know.
You don't know, you just feel alright? Yeah, because it's not too much of a big ordeal. When Hosanna used to have it when she was younger, she didn't like it at all. But you're quite calm, because with you, Halle Bally, you're kind of like, well, it is what it is, aren't you? Which is quite a good way, I think, of looking at life. Because if you're ill and you need to take medicine, is it best to make a big fuss because you don't want to take it, or what do you think?
Not make a big fuss.
Yeah, because what's the medicine going to help with?
Help it go.
It's going to
Go
help.
away.
Yeah, it's going to help your illness go away and make you better, isn't it? Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to say to all the doctors and nurses that looked after you in the hospital?
Thank you.
Yes, because they were very kind to you. Oh, one more thing. Did you like the food in the hospital?
No.
No, your face.
Only the things that we got.
Yeah, only the things that we bought from the coffee shop because the food wasn't that great, unfortunately.
And there was like one with a Christmas sign.
Yeah, there was a shop with a Christmas tree sign in it, wasn't there? Yeah, we got some snacks from there. So once you got home, how happy were you to be at home?
So happy!
What is it that you like most
Joyful.
about home? What were you, sorry?
Joyful.
Joyful, that's a very good word, Hallelujah Rose. I'm glad that you were joyful to be home. And what is it at home that makes you so joyful?
That I'm back with my family.
Does your family mean a lot to you? Yeah?
Yeah, and Jesus.
Well, that's a very, very good, sweetheart. I'm glad that your family and Jesus mean so much to you. Well, I hope that you don't have to go to the hospital again anytime soon. Yeah? If you keep taking your medication, I'm sure you'll be okay. All right?
Yeah.
And should we say thank you to all the subscribers who sent you such lovely get well
Thank you,
messages?
all of you
Subscribers. Cool. All right then, Halle Belly. We love you and we're happy to have you home.
Yeah.
See you later.
So I think you were right. Bring it on, prove me